Hello everyone and welcome back to the Calham64 LP Retrospective, and today we're going to be looking at my LP of Crash Twinsanity for the PS2. And can I just say, straight up from the start, oh my god, the footage that you are seeing right now looks a hell of a lot better when compared to the actual LP. I mean, like, seriously, here's a snippet, just to show you what it looks like in the LP. You can see that the frame rate is all weird, and the game, it's stretched to full screen, but it doesn't look right. That's because for some reason, I don't know why, I was stupid I guess, I didn't really know anything about aspect ratios back then. I made the game full screen even though I didn't put it in the mode of widescreen. Yes, I was literally playing it in a 4:3 aspect ratio, but just stretched it, and that's why when I flick back to the modern footage that you can see that the frame rate is a lot smoother, and the game just looks nice, scaled the way it is. That's because this one actually has the widescreen turned on. Why I recorded the whole game like this, I don't know, and the fact that the game was recorded in not even 30 frames per second, it was recorded in 25. So, I don't know, it just looks horrible. That's the one thing that I will regret when I look back at this LP. I just think the way I recorded it was terrible. There were other options that I could try out, but I just didn't do it for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it was just the fact that I was excited for my PS2 component cable, and so I was like, yeah, let's just get on with recording Crash Twinsanity, because I was excited enough, to be playing that game. So if I could go back to the LP, I would improve the way I recorded it. It just doesn't look right. Now I know if you actually look at it yourself, you'll probably look at it and you'll think, yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, the game's good enough. You got the game audio captured fine, but I don't know. For a resolution nut like me, I don't like it. I'm very picky nowadays with my aspect ratios and the way things are recorded, and I don't know. But now that that's out of the way, I'll talk about the actual LP instead of just critiquing the way it was recorded. Let's get on with this. So, Crash Twinsanity. Well, this LP was a little bit more ambitious, I suppose, when compared to Rayman 2. Rayman 2 was just basically, the previous LP, which I did, where it's just, yeah, let's just play some Rayman 2, let's collect everything, let's beat the boss. That's all it required. Didn't require any trivia or anything going on. But Crash Twinsanity, I decided to do something which was a little bit different compared to what most people had done, I suppose. Where, even though I was going for like a 100% completion, I was also showing off some unused material in the game, particularly music at that. As even though I think Crash Twinsanity is a fantastic game, I will admit, there are many places in the game where it's just unfinished. You can see that a lot of things had to be removed, and some sound effects aren't present, and even some music was removed as well, which is what I showed off in certain areas. Certain areas that I got to in the game, whether it be, the ice climb near the iceberg lab, that is where I would play a snippet of the original music that would play, and how I would literally do that is go into the options menu of Crash Twinsanity and turn down the actual music volume to 0, just so that I was recording the sound effects alone. And then in post, when editing it, that is when I would put in the unused music track, just so that then, it kept some sort of thing going on.
But at a certain part in this cave, they were going to use this song that wasn't really used in the final game. In fact, how about, I just play it for you right now, just a little snippet of it, just to show you what it was like and things. Because I can see why they removed it, since it didn't suit it at all.
You were then able to hear what the track sounded like, and you got the actual picture, of the level, seeing if it would suit what was going on. Some of it did, and some of it didn't, and I just remember that a lot from trying to make this. It was quite fun, though, to just do that kind of thing going on, because it showed off at the fact that sometimes I do find it useful when you go into a game and you find options menu, and you're able to turn the music down but keep the sound effects on. That's when things can really be fun to play around with. Of course, through the majority of the LP, I praised the soundtrack, and I still do to this day. Oh my god, Crash Twinsanity's soundtrack, I'm praising it even now, is freaking unique, because it's all through a cappella. In case you don't know what that is, I'll just run through it really quick, I suppose. It's where you make music with your voice and just your voice alone. So the entire soundtrack to Crash Twinsanity is all through voice. through like distorting it about and stuff. There is not one single instrument used, and it's awesome. I freaking love the soundtrack to Crash Twinsanity. I remember the intro is pretty fun to make for this series as well. Here's how it went. Short, simple, uses Spiral Mouth soundtrack to good use, and just, I don't know, I like it really, especially with the green screen effect at the end with the green vortex that appeared and the text flashing about. That was also around the time where I decided to animate things going on, where, you know, the actual moving up and down of the Crash Twinsanity logo, that was literally all animated in Camtasia Studio 8, and just, I don't know, through all the time that I used Camtasia Studio 8, I began to get familiar with keyframing and all kinds of stuff going on for little bits of animation, and that decided to be a thing for now when it came to LPs. You'll notice that when I critique all the other LPs throughout this retrospective, believe me. Except I don't really like how... Okay, I will agree, at the beginning it's fine because it's all timed well with the music, but then the actual compilation of gameplay going on I just find is all over the place. The fading effect goes fast and sometimes slow and then speeds up again, and there's no flow to it. Keep it in time to the music or something. I don't know why I did it like that. I think it was given the fact that I was editing it, you know, on my laptop at the time, and often it would lag when trying to do it. So I just thought, forget it, I'll just leave it, I don't really care and stuff. Just as long as it looks like an intro and it's fine, that's all that matters. That's pretty much, I think, the mindset that I had at the time, because I was quite lazy back then. In fact, nothing's really changed. I'm still quite lazy now, to be honest, when it comes to things. The outro was different as well, where that mainly showed off Spiral Mouth soundtrack, you know, to the game. So you were able to hear them at the end of each episode going on, where next, previous, and playlist would appear alongside a silly picture of Crash. The music that played during the stage that I was on would play in the background, or sometimes even the unused music at the very end, like I believe I remember using Ice Climb's unused music on a certain episode, and that was just for fun really. And it's a simple outro, but quite effective really. It was just mainly to show off the acapella of Crash Twinsanity. It's pretty much my highest praise for the game, you know. I mean, I like the game, I like the gameplay of how it meshes around, you know, between how Cortex and Crash work together. But the biggest selling point for me is honestly the soundtrack. It's unique, it's fresh, and I freaking love it. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Also, this was the LP on my channel, which was literally recorded in one single day. You see, during the time of making the LP and that, or at least just recording it, I was looking after my brother's house, and a certain friend was with me during the time. And throughout the whole day, at some point during the week, I just felt super motivated to play Crash Twinsanity. So literally from the morning, I recorded like around episode 3 I think it was, because I was continuing on from a small section of it that I recorded back a couple of months earlier I think it was, during the production of Rayman 2, because I just wanted to get it going. And throughout the whole day, I literally recorded the whole game, collecting everything to 100%, and just, I don't know, even through all live commentary as well. I don't know how I managed that. I think it was just given the fact that, you know, I had the whole house to myself, given the fact that I was looking after it and stuff. It felt peaceful at the house, I suppose. Just, I don't know really, I just felt cozy and I wanted to record Crash Twinsanity, so I just completely finished the entire project. So that then when I got back, all I literally had to do was edit it all together and then upload on a daily basis. I honestly have no idea, but I just remember the whole day just spending recording Crash Twinsanity and having a fun time. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Crash Twinsanity for the PS2. It was an LP that I do remember of, but the main memories come from the actual location where I was recording this, and the fact that I know that I recorded it in horrible quality. Or at least it's not really horrible, just it could have been better, that's all, in my opinion anyway. So, join me next time where I'm going to be talking about... What? Wait, we're here already? Oh my god, we're going to be talking about Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon Blind, which was a project in 2016 and probably the biggest LP project I've done yet. So join me next time where I have a lot to say about this one. Oh my god. To see the next episode of this retrospective series, go to here. To see the full playlist of this series going on, go to here. To see the original LP of the one I have critiqued, go to here, or even consider subscribing to the channel by going to here instead. Thank you for watching.